Welcome back to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise on Madden 20, guys. This week we are in Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Our Raiders are hurting a little bit right now. Our captain, Derek Carr, is out, but the offense has been clicking. Josh Jacobs has been carrying the load, so let's see what we can do in Cincinnati. First quarter action, Bengals have the ball. Dalton drops back and throws a dot to Eifert on the outside, and he picks up 13. Then on first, Dalton with the play action, stands tall in the pocket, tries to go deep, but it gets batted down by Garyon Conley, incomplete. Great play by the corner. He's having a nice season so far. Then they go to the ground. They hand it off to Joe Mixon. He makes a move in the hole, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets past midfield. Hard run by number 28. Bengals keep it on the ground. Mixon takes the delay, fakes out one, sheds another, makes a cut, and picks up 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7. Dalton with the play action, and he tries to go across the middle, but it gets batted down by Walker. Great play by the linebacker. Now it's 3rd and 7. Dalton going back to the air, tries to force it into Eifert, but Christopher Warder makes a great play on it. Bengals would punt. And here come the Raiders. Jacobs takes the handoff, cuts it inside, and picks up 5. We're looking for him to have a big game this week. It's 2nd and 6. Jacobs gets it again, gets caught up on a blocker, and falls ahead for 3 more yards. 3rd and 3. Jacobs gets it again. He's got some room on the right. He breaks it to the outside, makes a juke move, and picks up 14. That's a first down for the Raiders. It's first down. Brissett comes out throwing. He hits Renfro on the outside. He turns upfield and gets 12. Nice catch and run for the wideout. Then on first down, Jacobs takes the handoff, finds a huge hole up the middle, and he bowls his way to 12 more yards. He's off to a great start. Then on first down, Brissett goes play action, tries to hit Williams, but overthrows him, and it's incomplete. Then on 2nd down, Brissett goes back to the air, connects with Richard over the middle. He makes a move and picks up 10. The drive will continue. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, but gets blown up in the backfield for a TFL. 2nd and long, Brissett drops back, forces it over the middle, almost gets picked off. That was a bad read. 3rd and long for the Raiders. Brissett drops back, and look at this ball to Tyrell Williams. He sheds a tackle and gets down to the 10-yard line. What a throw by Jacoby Brissett. It's 1st and goal for the silver and black. Jacobs goes up the middle, but he only picks up 2 yards. 2nd and goal, Brissett in the empty set. He's going to the end zone, but gets picked off by Jackson, and he got both feet down. What a play by the corner. Tough throw for Brissett on that one. Bengals take over. Mixon takes the handoff, spins off a defender, gets upfield, and picks up 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Dalton goes play action, rolls out, and checks it down to his big tight end. He gets 5, and that's a first down. New set of downs for the Bengals. Dalton gets rid of it quick to his wideout, but Garyon Conley blows him up in the backfield. Now it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground. Mixon takes the stretch out right, finds some running room, gets upfield, and gets 13. Then Mixon on the delay, finds some room up the middle somehow, and he gets out to midfield. The Bengals would keep the ball on the ground, but Mixon runs into DJ Stallings, and he gets the TFL. Big 3rd down here for the Raiders. Dalton drops back, checks it down to Anderson, but he gets wrapped up and brought down by Gilbert. Bengals forced to punt. And here come the Raiders. Josh Jacobs gets the stretch right, gets the edge, and powers his way for 7 yards. Then on 2nd down, they give it right back to 2-8. He finds a nice lane on the right, and he's driving those legs and picks up 12. After a penalty, Brissett in the gun, he drops back, and he hits Renfro again, and he sheds a tackle, and he's off to the races. The wideout gets into Bengals territory, and then the Raiders go back to the ground game. Jacobs goes up the middle and pushes the pile for 4. 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. Jacoby drops back, steps up in the pocket, but here comes the rush. Carl Lawson gets the sack. Then on 3rd and long, Brissett back in the gun. He finds Renfro on the outside. He gets the first, but hold on. There's a flag on the play. Bring it back. Holding is the call. Now it's 3rd and 21. Brissett in the empty set. Tries to lob it downfield to Waller, but wait, there's another flag. Pass interference on the Bengals. So the drive will continue for the Raiders. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, makes a move back inside, and he picks up 5 yards. He's got 61 yards on the day so far. Then on 2nd down, Brissett goes back to the air and throws it behind a wide open McLaurin. 3rd and 5. Brissett drops back, and he finally hits Waller wide open. The big tight end's got some room. He gets down to the 1-yard line. What a run after the catch for 83. Now on 1st and goal, Jacobs punches it into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Vegas strikes first, 7-0. But the Bengals look to answer. Dalton goes play action, and he hits Eifert again, but he gets wrapped up and brought down after a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd down for Cincinnati. Dalton with the quick drop, and he hits A.J. Green on the slant, and he picks up 11. Then they go back to the run game. Joe Mixon starts left, cuts it back right. He's got a lot of green in front of him. 2-8 takes it to the house. 62 yards later, touchdown Bengals. What a way to answer. But the Raiders have a young stud at running back too. Jacobs goes straight up the gut and pushes his way for 10 yards. He's got 72 yards so far on the day. And Brissett goes back to the air, connected with Terry McLaurin on the drag. He uses his speed and gets to the sticks for the first. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Jacobs gets the stretch right, stiff arms a man, but only picks up 2 yards. It's 2nd and 9% in the empty set. He's looking to go over the middle to Renfro, but overthrows him by 7 yards. What was that? Now it's 3rd and 9. Brissett drops back. This time throws a rocket to Waller, and he picks up the first. It's crazy to see how different his accuracy is on each throw. But here comes Jacobs. He takes the handoff, cuts it back inside, and picks up 12 yards. It's a new set of downs for the Raiders. Jacobs takes the handoff, cuts it left, gets wrapped up and thrown down after a couple yards. After the 2-minute warning, Brissett goes to the air, connected with McLaurin. He makes a move on the defender, cuts it back inside, and picks up 21. Nice pitch and catch. Now it's 1st down. Brissett drops back, moves to his right, but gets sacked by Carl Lawson. 2nd and 14, Brissett from the gun. Drops back, moves to his left, lobs it up for Waller, and he gets down to the 3-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 1. Brissett going back to the air, lobs it into the end zone, hits Renfro. Touchdown Raiders. That's Hunter's first touchdown grab of the season. Since he takes over with 55 seconds left, Dalton drops back, tries to force the pass, but almost gets picked off by Chris Forwarda. Now it's 2nd down. They give it to Mixon on the delay. He breaks the tackle and gets 9. 3rd and 1 for Cincy. Dalton drops back, tries to hit his guy on the slant, but he gets rocked and drops the ball. Bengals forced to punt. 33 seconds left in the half. Jacobs takes the handoff straight up the middle, gets untouched, and picks up 14. Timeout Raiders. Ball's at the 35% in the gun. He drops back and hits Rashard. No, he goes up and drops it incomplete. That would have been a tough grab for him. 2nd and 10, Brissett drops back, slides right, and throws it deep to Waller. He makes the catch and flips the field. He gets down at the 34-yard line. And that will set up Daniel Carlson for this long field goal. It's up and good. Vegas leads 17-7. And that would send us to the half. Vegas is up by 10. Brissett's having a solid game so far. Couple of overthrows, but he looks good. And our run game looks dominant. Hopefully our defense can stop Joe Mixon. That's our only concern going into the second half. Start of third, Raiders come out running. Jacobs takes the stretch right, has a lot of room, cuts it back inside, and picks up 16. He's over 100 yards on the day already. Then Brissett from the empty set. The Bengals send a blitz, and it gets home. Hill gets the sack. It's 2nd and 16. Brissett goes back to the air, hits Renfro on the drag. He turns upfield and gets the first down. What a run for 13. He's done that at least 3 times today. Then Jacobs takes the handoff, catches a great block from his fullback, gets upfield and gets into Bengals territory. New set of downs for the Raiders. Brissett drops back, but here comes the rush. It's Carl Lawson again. The Raiders cannot block this man. It's 2nd and 20. Jacobs takes the stretch out right, makes a move on a defender, catches a block, stiff arms, and he fights his way down to the 39-yard line. Tough run in there. Now it's 3rd and 7. Brissett drops back, scans the field, tries to lob it up for Waller, but it gets batted down incomplete. And Daniel Carlson will come on and kick this long field goal. It's up, and he gets it through. What a kick by Daniel Carlson. The Raiders lead by 13. Next Bengals possession, Dalton under center, hands it off to Mixon. He's got some running room. He makes a move, and he's off to the races. 2-8 is killing us right now. He's over 140 yards on the day. Then Dalton goes play action, checks it down to Mixon. He makes one man miss, puts a move on another, and steps out after picking up 9. It's 2nd and inches, Dalton under center. He hands it off to Mixon. He finds a lane on the left and pushes his way to the 1st. Then the back would get it again on the counter right, makes one man miss, keeps driving those legs and picks up 5 more. He's running hard today. He's got 157 yards. Then they hand it off to Robbie Anderson, and he pushes his way through Christopher Warder for the 1st down. Next play, Dalton goes back to the air and connects with Dotson on the outside. He picks up the 1st, but wait, there's a flag on the play. Holding is the call against the Bengals. Bring it back. Now it's 1st and long. Dalton with the quick screen on the outside. The wideout cuts it back inside and picks up a few yards. It's 2nd and 9. Mixon gets the handoff, but this time he gets wrapped up and thrown down by Gilbert. 3rd and 8. Dalton going back to the air and tries to hit Dotson on the outside, but he gets broken up. Incomplete. And that would bring on Greg Zuerlein to kick the field goal. Raiders lead 20-10. Ensuing kickoff, John Ross back deep at the goal line. He brings it out, starts left, cuts it back inside. He's got a little room, and he brings it back to the 40. What a return by the wideout. And here comes the run game. Josh Jacobs takes the handoff, makes a move, and only picks up 2 yards. Then Jacobs gets it again, goes straight up the middle, but he gets stuffed at the line by the Bengals defense. Now it's 3rd and 6. Brissett drops back, looks to go over the middle and connects with Waller. He makes the grab and gets past midfield. 1st and 10, and Jacobs is running hard, tries to break it outside, but Carl Lawson is there to wrap him up. This defensive end is playing great. Then on 2nd and 12, Brissett hits Waller on the outside. He's got some room, and he gets down to the 28. He picks up 12. It's 3rd and inches. Jacobs takes the handoff, but there's Carl Lawson to blow him up in the backfield again. And it will set up this Daniel Carlson field goal, putting the Raiders back on top by 13. Bengals look to answer. Dalton drops back, and he hits Eifert on the outside, but he gets wrapped up by Terrell Conley. Then on 2nd down, he checks it down to Mixon. He tries to make a move. He breaks 2 tackles, and he's off to the races, still running. He picks up 20 yards. Then on 1st and 10, Mixon tries to go up the middle, but he meets Braden Holly. He gets blown up in the backfield. After the 4-yard loss, Dalton going back to the air, tries to hit Eifert, but almost gets picked off by Gilbert. It's 3rd and long. Dalton with the deep drop, tries to go back to Eifert, but almost gets picked off by Carl Joseph. Bengals forced to punt. And here come the Raiders. Jacobs takes the handoff, makes a nice move, and picks up 7. Next play, Jacobs takes the handoff. His blocker misses his assignment, and he gets wrapped up and only picks up a yard. 3rd and 2. Brissett drops back, tries to go over the middle of Renfro, but it's incomplete. Raiders kick it back. Bengals take over. Dalton drops back, moves to his left, tries to force a pass, but gets picked off by Jonathan Abram, and he's off to the races. He gets pulled down at the 3-yard line. What a play by the safety. And the Raiders look to capitalize. Brissett drops back, tries to force a pass to Williams, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and goal. Jacobs takes the handoff, turns on the turbo, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Las Vegas extends their lead, and they would go for 2. Brissett drops back. It hits Williams on the slant. Lead up to 21. Bengals look to get anything going. Dalton drops back, has time in the pocket, dumps it down to Mixon, but A.J. Bouye makes a great play to bring him down. 2nd and 10, Mixon takes the handoff, powers his way through a tackle, and picks up 5. It's 3rd and 5, Dalton going back to the air, and this time he connects with Dotson on the slant. He gets out to the 39-yard line. The drive will continue. Mixon gets the delay again, and he's got tons of running room, man. This guy cannot be stopped. He's over 170 yards on the day. Then on 1st down, Dalton going back to the air, tries to go deep, but overthrows Mixon by 10 yards. It's 2nd and 10. Dalton sets up the screen for Mixon, but the Raiders have it sniffed out. Big Mo Hurst gets the tackle. It's 3rd and 12. Dalton going back to the air, and he connects with Azuma on the slant, but he gets wrapped up and brought down short of the sticks. But the Bengals going for it on fourth. Mixon takes the handoff, gets hit, and stuffed at the line. Turnover on downs. And the Raiders look to put the game away. Jacobs takes the handoff, but then he gets wrapped up and brought down. He's over 150 yards on the day. Then Jacobs gets it again, tries to bounce it out right, but he gets hit in the backfield for a TFL. It's 3rd and 8% in the gun. This time he hits Renfro over the middle, but he gets hit and drops the ball. That would have ended the game. Last chance for the Bengals. Dalton drops back and hits his wideout on the outside. He gets down, but only picks up a couple. 2nd and 6 for the Bengals. Dalton standing in the pocket, moves around, can't find anybody. Here comes Cleveland Farrell to get the sack. 3rd and 17. Dalton going back to the air, loading up, going deep to Green, but he overthrows him, incomplete. Raiders take over, and they're running out the clock. Jacobs takes the handoff, gets a block from 34, turns upfield, and picks up a few yards. Then Jacobs gets it again, breaks it out left, makes a move back into the inside, and gets 9 more yards. Then Josh ends the game here, takes the handoff, pushes through the defender, and spins his way to the marker, and that would do it. The Las Vegas Raiders find a way to win, coming into Cincinnati, getting the dub 31-10. Solid day for Jacoby Brissett, 14 of 24 for 216, 1 touchdown, and he did have that 1 interception. On the ground, Josh Jacobs had a big day, 31 carries for 179 yards and 2 scores. But our defense gave up a lot of yards to Joe Mixon, 17 carries for 175 yards and a score. Darren Waller went over 100 yards receiving today, and Hunter Renfro got his first touchdown of the season. Our Raiders stay perfect, 8-0, and they return home this week to take on the 3-5 Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the Noti Squad and hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And we'll talk from the new black hole. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.